What's up, everybody? I'm gonna do a quick walk around of my 78 Malibu that I take to the drag strip. So I'm gonna start by what size tires I have. So on the back, I've got two 75/60/15s Mickey Thompson drag radials. And on the front, I've got 4-inch wide by 15-inch Mickey Thompson ET front runners that are old as the hills. My back tires are basically 28 inches tall and about 9.5 inches wide, and my front tires, like I say, they're 4 inches wide and they're about 26 inches tall, I believe. So I'll go back to the trunk. So got my kill switch right there. So I take this off when I go to Martin or someplace like that, because you got to have your kill switch where you can see it. And then here we've got a 15-gallon Summit fuel cell. Got a Moroso battery box. Then down in my spare tire pump is where my fuel pump is at. I had an Edelbrock fuel pump in there, and it was giving me all kinds of problems. My fuel pressure regulator was. So I started running this Carter fuel pump and a different fuel pressure regulator, and it's working better. So that's that. So I've got that Russell braided line that comes out of the fuel cell. Basically goes all the way up to, it's the whole fuel line all the way up to the carburetor. So there's the rest of the fuel system, and that's it, right up to the carburetor. So I have a deadhead fuel system, or a deadpan fuel system. I want to change that. I want to get a different fuel pressure regulator. I want to get one with a return fuel pressure regulator and put a return line on this, and that would be a better fuel pressure system. So, okay, that's the fuel system. And I've got an AED carburetor that I need to get on here that's not on here yet. That's what I'm getting ready to work on, probably today. So I've got a Street Fire HEI style distributor in there, so nothing fancy. I've got the weights recurved, or not recurved, but the different weights in them that you get when you buy the kit with the lighter springs. It's got the lighter springs in it, so the advance comes in good. I took off the vacuum advance pot just because I'm not going to use it anyway, so I deleted that out of there. It comes to the motor. Basically, it's a 350 board 30 over. It's 2-bolt main. It's got a Summit cam in it. The number on the cam is 1107 if you want to look up the specs. I also run 1.6 rocker arms instead of 1.5, and I have roller rockers. I've got dome pistons. I've got Edelbrock heads, the RPM Performer heads. I believe the runners are 195s. I've got hooker headers. I've got an Edelbrock RPM Performer intake manifold. I've got a nice 1-wire alternator. I've got a below the brake cylinder there, I've got a line lock on my brakes, which are all switched over to manual. Like my steering is all switched over to manual. There's no power steering pump. I've got a Griffin radiator with twin Permacool fans on it. I've got a gear drive set in the front of the motor, so it's gear to gear. I've got a fairly cheapish, expensive-ish harmonic balancer. Got a two-piece front timing cover. If I want to change the cam, it's a little bit less work. I'm proud of my tranny lines I bent right there. Those things look like they could withstand a nuclear blast or something. I've got three-way adjustable drag shocks on all four corners. Alright, I guess we're going to the cockpit. I almost forgot. I got a bunch of UMI performance stuff in the rear end of it with 411 Positrack gears in the rear end. I've got adjustable top trailing arms and solid bottom trailing arms and a nice drag sway bar. So you know pretty much what's in here. A lot of paint fumes right now still. But I've got my new 5-point harness in. It's just good this month. Good till 2025. I've got, alright. Got my shift light up on my cardboard prototype dashboard that became the normal thing. Got my homemade dashboard that's made out of it was a pull-out thing. I had a set of keyboards that I had underneath the set of shelves that I had, and this was the metal shelf that I had made for the keyboards to pull them out from underneath the shelf so you could use them. And then that wasn't a thing no more. I was gonna make it a pedal board, and that didn't work out, and ended up being dashboard of a car. I've got my MSD ignition over here, my 6AL ignition that I hope it doesn't ever go bad on me. And I've got my 3-step next to that. All gas, no brakes. That dude used to interview some crazy people. I've seen some wild videos that this guy did. Check him out on YouTube sometime. The videos will be old now, but they'll still be good. So I got fuel pump, fans, rev limiter for if I want to use this button right here for to try and launch off the line for a poor man's trans brake. Then this is my line lock for doing a burnout, and then this is what powers everything up so I can start the car. And you gotta have the key in it so you can steer, otherwise the steering's gonna lock on you, and that would not be good. So, and we got tilt steering, so that's all good. So, oh, and I love the shifter. I've got so behind the motor, behind the 355 motor is a 350 turbo transmission with a reverse manual valve body, and this is the shifter. I have a TCI Outlaw shifter, and it kicks ass. I love it. And up here, this is my button for my line lock. When I flip this up and it's on, and I want to hold my line lock, I push this button and hold it, and that's holding my line lock. Same thing for my other, when I flip this switch up over here, that's how I can power this. That's what makes that work, so I can launch the car, or try and launch the car. And I got a fire extinguisher I don't have any roll cage yet. I'm not fast enough to need a roll cage yet, but I'm working on it. Yeah, thanks for watching.